this? This is the October event?
You're welcome.
Are you kidding me? I did not fly all the way to Australia for Apple to do the October event and hold on, I can't hear you. And to do the October event and have it be an Apple Pencil that doesn't even... Dude, yep. I literally went back to bed when I saw that.
Yeah, our lives were a dark abyss.
So that's it for 2023. That's how we end the year?
So we thought.
Wait, is there breaking news?
Oh, there's somebody coming in with news. It's Grumpty Dumpty himself, Mark Gurman, with the news. Grumpty Dumpty's here with the news. Remember when he said that there was nothing and don't worry about it? Now he's back to say there is something and we should worry about it next week.
Breaking bricked news, guys.
Hey, we're doing really good recording these episodes on Sunday. It's very last minute for us to be recording these episodes, but we have been getting a lot of last minute news. It's perfect for the week.
We have been doing good. Okay, guys.
Oh, wait, I have no wires. I can just walk around, dog. How's this? John Prosser on location. How's this? How's it look?
That's
wait,
pretty
can
cool.
I sit? How does this look if I sit down? With a light? Oh.
Ooh, I feel like you're about to tell me a bedtime story.
Would you like to hear about how my parents tied again?
Is that a good time for our first? No, we can't cut to the sponsor of that.
Oh, it's perfect timing. Here's the first ad of the day because accidental segue. Okay, welcome back. How was that ad in the first 20 seconds of the show?
Are you sure we're not going to get in trouble? Didn't the agency say it has to be like so far into the content? I think they did. So we're just going to act like we didn't put it there. Remember we got in trouble before? We'll be back in 10 minutes with that segment called...
Wow, dude, we are... I feel like the show is becoming increasingly horrible. We're not professionals. We are bad at doing the show on time.
I'm trying to find
We're just kind of
bad. Show me, Siri, show me Mark Gurman.
I don't have pants on. I feel like everybody should know this. Wait, did you see anything bad?
I feel like that might be illegal.
Huh?
I feel like you not having pants on could be illegal in some jurisdictions.
All right, guys. Not this one. Okay, welcome to Genius Bar, the Apple podcast.
Here we go. Inside Apple. So, okay, this is really wild. I went to bed last night sad. Can we start there? I'm also kneeling. I feel like this is also...
You went to bed. Are you still on your knees? Yeah, for audio listeners, in the beginning, for his intro, he got down on his knees, but was somehow still the same height.
Yeah, I'm still
like, how the hell does that work?
So Gurman out of nowhere. Okay, let's just start.
Gurmy, you dirty scoundrel.
We've been hearing. Actually, no, not we've been hearing. Last week, this guy goes, I wouldn't expect any Mac releases for the rest of the year.
Dude, he's such a little gremlin, dude. I just want to shake him. Sometimes he makes it, his existence feels like someone opened my cranium and poured a lava lamp in it.
Let me read an exact quote. Wasn't it last week he said, yeah. Last week he says, quote,
good.
Oh, no. He really did word it in a way.
He words things like...
Like if we go... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just talk. Let's just move on.
It does matter. He's a little demon man.
He made me happy today. He fixed my depression. So here we
have an ad for depression.
Still too early in the content.
Is there a
still
sponsor
too early
called,
in the
Worse
content.
Help that we have or something for the day?
Shout out to us dropping BetterHelp and then them trying to sponsor us on YouTube, and we were like, guys, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, sometimes when you make your bed, you gotta.
You know what I can't tell, Sam?
What?
I can't tell if our wild shenanigans and our just off the railsness makes our show better than most tech podcasts, or if it's worse.
I mean, based on viewership, probably worse. Like, there's a reason Mark.
I think our views are up though.
I mean, they are. Like, I think the show's been better lately.
Yeah,
we can
our
always
views
be
are up on Genius
Bar,
Bar.
but okay. Anyway, let's talk about let's jump to the present. Enough of the shenanigans. Enough.
No, I vote more shenanigans. Do you want to see my legs again?
No, please stop.
All right, here we go.
Okay, Mark Gurman out of nowhere hits us oh God, sorry. The sharing the screen makes everything freak out. He says that, first of all, new iPads for sure not coming. He says Apple isn't planning to launch new iPads until around next March, I'm told.
Who told you, sir?
So what I'm hearing, this is just what I'm hearing. Apple Vision Pro and iPad event, March 2024, release of Vision Pro late April 24. That's what I'm hearing.
What do you mean? Who, you?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm hearing when he says that.
Oh, I thought you meant like you're hearing from little birdies.
Oh, no, I'm not a leaker. I would never.
Yeah, like you don't have any experience in that.
No, not at all. Shh, be quiet, be quiet. So, Gurman in the same report also says this. Apple's iMacs and MacBook Pros are in short supply ahead of planned launch at the end of the month.
Dude, he just said that like it's like he's been saying it.
Yeah. Bro said last week nothing's coming before the end of the year. And now he goes, Apple last updated the iMac in April 2021 with an M1 chip. Since then, fault model's been nowhere. It's been over 900 days. But that was never the plan. We were supposed to see one earlier. We were supposed to see an iMac Pro. That all got delayed. Then, I'm told the company tabled the iMac Pro a while ago due to cost concerns. So Apple had to adjust. That's why they went to the Mac Studio and Studio Display. However, fortunately, a new iMac is on the way, as he reported in March. The company has been ready in an updated 24-inch iMac, a model that will be out soon. So I read that. I'm like, yeah, how soon are you talking? How soon, we ask? I'm told that Apple is planning a Mac-centric product launch around the end of this month.
So we're getting another event.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what I Mark Gurman, I fucking hate you sometimes, dude. I fucking hate you. Why? Like he's purposely.
And may I toot quickly?
Go ahead and toot.
If you remember, a few weeks ago, I made
here we go. He's gonna
video.
toot.
I'm gonna toot. I made a video.
Don't you dare play the audio, Sam.
I won't. I made a video that said basically Apple's doing this October event, right? Initially, we thought it was going to be iPads, but in the middle of it, I say, because a new Mac was confirmed because of some leaks with Mac rumors, I say, and look, it's like a quarter of the video.
Dog,
I'm like,
you
wait.
ain't sharing it, homie.
Oh God, you really ruined I'm not.
You have one job on this podcast.
No, I'm sorry. I'm really bad. So I say,
look how handsome. Hey, I miss making videos. I think I'm going to do that again.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I say in this video, I'm like, you know what? I bet that there's going to be a new iMac coming. I
saw your lips. I can read your lips. And you said 100% Samo says iMac.
I hypothesized this because do you remember this, John?
Oh, you mean the colored braided cables that leaked for the iPhone 15 Pro that we were definitely going to get in the box, but then didn't?
So I put two and two together. We have Mac rumors saying an insider tipped that Mac trade-ins are going to change. Last time that happened, we got new Macs at Dub. Yep. We have these leaked cables. I just want to say, I think I can actually call myself an Apple analyst at this point. No one else was talking about an iMac coming this month. And I think I deserve that title.
You think just now you deserve that title? I think that's what we've been doing for a couple of years. I think you're just getting good at it.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, thanks,
there's
man.
bad Apple analysts like Sammy Fatty.
Dude.
I'm still working on how to say his last name. Yeah. We did get an iPad, though. Technically, China did.
That is not what the leak was based on, I can assure you.
The leak, I remember Sammy said, specifically only China.
Yeah, anyway, basically, there's a reason I did not cover that source as being reputable. And it's because I knew...
We talked about him on Genius Bar the whole episode last week.
I didn't. You're the one who brought that up. I was not talking about
blame me for wanting some good news on our Apple podcast.
I wanted good news. I did report on 9 to 5 Mac saying it because they have a decent track record.
And Sammy was right last year. Well, 9 to 5 Mac is fucking wrong all the time.
Yeah, 9 to 5 Mac also heard
literally all the time.
I know what happened, but
9 to 5 Mac is the new me.
I don't think I can say publicly what happened, but like I know exactly what got lost in translation, and it was people just like taking one bit of info and leapfrogging it to mean something else.
Wait,
because
you
like
can't say
now
what
that
was on the
now
podcast?
that it happened, I can say that like I heard the exact same information about new iPads last week.
Okay.
There's a reason I didn't share it.
Okay.
The reason I didn't share it is because I was like, I don't think that this is exactly what it seems. Sure enough, it wasn't. So basically, everybody's just clout hungry. Everybody wants to be right to get the clicks. Sometimes it's better to just sit, realize where the weeds are growing, and do that. Anyway,
well,
this is enough of me.
Sammy was like, it wasn't like, hey, maybe. He was pushing it. Like, he was very confident.
You can't do that. And I know it's because I know how it happened, but like, you need some more years.
I laid the groundwork. Like, everyone should have learned from me. I had to shave my fucking eyebrows off because I was overconfident. And I'm just saying, I don't see anyone else offering to shave anything. I'm just saying, everyone wants to say stuff with no consequences.
True. Well, I mean, there is a consequence. I'm never covering that leaks from that person.
Do you think Sammy should shave his eyebrows? I think he should. He messaged me and offered to come on Genius Bar to explain his side of the story. And I think we should let him. But I think there should be a condition. I think if you come on Genius Bar to talk about your side of the story, you must shave your eyebrows off on the show.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's
Sammy?
fair.
The offer's on the table, sir.
Yeah. All right. There we go. That's what happens when you get leaks wrong. You have to pay up. Got to pay up. Sorry,
I think that should be the thing moving forward. Anyone that gets stuff wrong should come on Genius Bar, shave their eyebrows off. Mark Gurman.
Anyway,
you had a couple things last month, and you got a couple eyebrows.
He needs to shave more than his eyebrows. I'll say that.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, I'm being a bit facetious.
Dumpty.
I'm being a bit facetious, being like, look, I was right, and everyone else was wrong. But I'm just doing that to be like, John and I have been doing this for over a decade. John, how many people have we seen come and go over the years? So
all
many.
of them.
Like everybody.
Literally all of them.
And like, even though, dude, Majin Buu on Twitter, Majin Buu, 100% new iPads are coming. No, they're not, bud. No, they're not.
I'm sorry. I'm touching my mic. I'm trying to get it in position.
Well, my point is, when you hear a lot of noise, turn to like, I'm not even saying turn to us, but like turn to John, really. It's just what I'm saying. Because I feel like he's got a good pulse. I feel like you got a good pulse on what's right and wrong.
Why me?
I don't know. I was just trying to hype you.
I haven't made videos in 3 weeks. I don't even think I know how to work a camera anymore.
Clearly.
I'm pretty sure every week that passes, I just forget something else.
That's fair. Okay.
I'm going to get in the studio in a day or so and be like, what?
I wanted a little victory lap just because I'm...
Go ahead and take it, bud. Go ahead. Play some music and take your lap.
Well, no, I was... And then it was like a victory lap that I got sad because I was like, this Apple Pencil's dumb.
I think you should take your victory lap. I think you should play some music on your soundboard, we're take your headphones off, do a lap.
No, that's too much.
Wow, way to disappoint the people. Fine. I thought this show was for entertainment.
It's not. No, that's your first mistake. Okay, so let's continue on with this iMac.
Fuck it, I'll do his victory lap because I can be trusted. I am... Hey, can you play me some music?
Oh.
I need music, Sam. Play me a song.
I don't really have.
What about the Genius Bar song?
That doesn't count. Oh,
yeah, it does.
What kind of shorts are those?
They're underwear.
You look like a little troll boy. Okay. All right. We're going to turn down that music so that he stops. That's his cue to leave the stage.
All right. Only the best here on Genius Bar. They are not shorts. They are underwear.
It's also so funny to see your whole body because, like, you really are just a mini fridge. Like, you're just such a tiny little guy.
I have a prior engagement.
No, you don't. The only prior engagement you have is leaving Ohio, and you can't even do that.
Everyone is a tiny little person compared to you.
I'm not even that tall.
Do you know, have you seen Lewis from Target?
Who the fuck is Lewis from Target?
Okay, Lewis is a viral TikTok trend. It is a Halloween decoration that they have at Target. He's a real tall jack-o'-lantern man, and he goes, I am not a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Lewis. Anyway, the point is, you are the size of that.
Dude, just wait till so I did order my Halloween costume, which, by the way, I think is like our next episode will be the Halloween episode. So get your costume ready.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited for my costume this year. It's pretty good.
Wait, are we like doing a couple's costume or?
Actually, you could do a couple's costume with what I'm doing. I have a party to go to, but like, and I'm very excited.
Me too. I got a party.
No,
big old Halloween party to go to.
It's not a big old one. It's just a. Okay, let's get back. Can we get back to the iMac, please?
You're right. It really took us off the rails.
This makes our clips editor have a hernia. Okay, so basically, this new iMac is coming, and apparently, Apple retail stores are in short supply of not only this iMac, but also the 13-inch MacBook Pro and the higher-end MacBook Pro.
Okay.
That several-week delay is a clear sign that something is about to happen.
Something.
Gurman continues. I believe that the Mac announcement will take place on
why'd you say it like that?
On the 31st. I just had like an Australia PTSD. So basically, as well, the writing was on the wall the whole time. This event has been planned in the works, and we missed it because Gurman explains Apple's doing earnings on November 2nd, which is the first time since 2018 that they're doing their earnings call in November instead of late October. Guess when the last time that happened was? With an iPad and Mac event in 2018 on October 30th of that year. So it was obvious the whole time. We've gotten bamboozled. Now here's where it gets really interesting. This is the part that's got me. Let me just read this and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I recently reported, and by I mean Mark Gurman recently reported, the next generation MacBook Air models with M3 chips won't launch until 2024. But that the company made a headway on 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pro models. You'll recall that Apple just released MacBook Pros in January, so an additional update in the same year would be unusual, but not inconceivable.
Dude, I wish someone would just delete his entire vocabulary and make spent regular.
A lot of money on this MacBook in January. Actually, I was in Japan. Luke Miani and I were in Japan when this got announced.
Hey, is Luke okay? Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's been uploading videos. What do you mean?
I haven't talked to him in a while. I just want to make sure he existed still. Didn't know if he missed out on some Trust and Will stuff. There's the segue. There you go. Sam, can you hum something emotional?
John, I can hum something more than emotional.
Okay.
I can hum.
We build up our lives with bright moments of joy, pride, and success. And however you define those moments, securing your future should be part of the journey. Traditional estate planning can cost thousands of dollars. All the one-size-fits-all templates, they're not for you. That's not what your life is built for. That's why today's episode is sponsored by TrustandWill. You can protect your legacy from the comfort of your home, starting at just $159. That's a deal.
Okay, I mean, this is serious though, right?
This is very serious.
Hey, John, have you ever had anybody die in your family? Oh, everyone? That's unfortunate. Hey, John, did you maybe wish that there would have been a trust or a will set up,
Man, I tell you what, are we allowed to swear in ad reads?
Probably not.
Well, I tell you what, they really fricked up my life with everyone just dying with no planning, no prior planning, left it all on me to take care of. So instead of grieving like you're supposed to, like a normal 14-year-old kid is supposed to, you have to try to figure out how to pay for a funeral, pay for a casket. Do you know how much caskets cost? Too much! Is how much? These people, you're living your life, and I just feel like people they don't think about that because it's kind of like the
'cause you
last
don't
step
want
of
to.
everything.
Yeah.
And you don't want to. It's kind of sad. It's macabre. Is that a word? I think I used that correctly. Anyway, yeah, people don't do the proper planning, and then you kind of screw your family at the end because then they're
Yeah.
left with it when they should be focusing on just loving you and grieving you and being sad. And that's why we
Guys,
love Trust and Will.
from maintaining control of your assets to add into easing the burden on your loved ones, an estate plan can ensure your family stays prepared and protected. Trust and Will has a simplified process of creating and managing your will or trust online, from finding out what's right for your family to finalizing documents with a notary. Each will or trust is created to be state-specific and customized to your exact needs, care, wishes, nominating guardians, final arrangements, power of attorney. That's all stuff that Trust and Will can help you with. I mean, this is a really, really good service. They have thousands of 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. My parents have got their Trust and Will so that if anything would ever happen to them, I will not be a John Prosser.
Yeah,
like,
Trust and
literally,
Will. Where were
No, I
you
mean,
guys, huh? Where have you
people are
been?
wondering. They're like, is it really like my parents literally have it so like funeral already paid for.
Yep.
Caskets and stuff picked out, exact funeral home ready to rock and roll. It like literally, I will just show up and it'll be like, this is the check of what they had, and like now it's yours.
And the issue
And so I
with
can
that
like
is
actually
like,
focus on being sad and not like
and I'll be there for you, buddy, because
thanks, man.
we don't need to. We can focus on grieving and just being there as buds instead of focusing on all the hard stuff. It's really tough because it can be intimidating. There's a lot of people you got to talk to, different agencies, different lawyers. Like there's so many people to talk to for all this paperwork. Trust and Will just gets rid of all that. It's all in one place. They do all the talking. They connect you with all the right people. They do everything themselves. That's why I love them so much. You can prepare and organize your documents all in one place for easy everyday reference or emergencies. Trust and Will secures your information with bank-level encryption and has live customer support that is available through the phone, chat, and email for those of you that don't like talking on the phone because we are bad at being humans. Trust and Will has earned an overall rating of excellent with thousands of 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. Hundreds of thousands of families and counting have used their expertise for estate planning. Gain peace of mind today, which is priceless, but for you it starts at $159. But you can get 10% off plus free shipping of your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/genius. That's 10% off and free shipping. trustandwill.com/genius. That is my link. Thank you very much.
Make sure to use my link, trustandwill.com/genius.
Okay. It's mine, but sure. Okay, we're back. Did you
That
like
was
that,
really
Sam?
good. That was actually a really good segment. Okay, so this is interesting. I mean, it sounds like he's saying M3 Pro and M3 Max, along with M3, could drop at this event, which that seems really early for everything.
It does. But that would make sense if we're getting an actual event. Because I don't know if just a couple spec updates is for a couple Macs is enough for a whole event.
Well, Apple's never announced an entirely new Mac chip without an event yet. M1, November 2020, M2, June 2022.
Okay.
And I got a little scared earlier this month and I was like, maybe there should be press releases. But no, M3 is going to be 3nm architecture. It's going to be the biggest jump for Apple Silicon since 2020, since the M1. For Apple to not make a big deal about it, I think would be a marketing mistake. I think for just a press release would suggest it's a smaller update, like an Apple Pencil. Like there's no way the Apple Pencil 3 or USB. What? We'll get back to that later because I haven't even heard your thoughts yet. But my point is, I think it would make sense. And if it is an event,
it has to be.
That means invites are coming out tomorrow or the next day.
So like the day after this goes live or the day after that.
But at the same time, wouldn't media be invited? I feel like media needs more than 7 days to plan. Usually it's 2 weeks for in-person.
It might not be. It might just be like it might be one of those real quick 1 hour in and out, no need for in-person stuff. It's not it's not dub. It's not an iPhone event. Just give us an hour to stream this pre-recorded thing to say, hey, new Mac, new chip. Okay, have a good Christmas.
Or it could be that, remember that weird hybrid event we got last year? Where it was like kind of an Apple event, the October iPad 10 stuff?
Yeah.
So I could see it being something like that. Maybe. because that wasn't
And
in-person
still
invites.
no iPads, huh?
Yeah, Gurman is hard on the fact that it's going to be not not an iPad. And to be fair, Gurman, I guess, didn't say there's going to be an event, but he's calling it a product launch.
Didn't use the wait. Can you like Control F and try to look for the word event? This fucker, dude, I can't stand him. There.
That's for the last one.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, he didn't say event.
Where did I read? Is it like 95 Mac or Mac Rumors reporting on this story saying event? Like somebody said event.
Yeah, they did. Let's see. Maybe somebody changed the headline because I think I remember seeing the same thing. But yeah, like I think my
okay. So if Gurman's not exactly coming out and saying it, are we saying it? Apple analyst Sam Kohl, are we saying event at the end of the month?
I'm not. I'm gonna say
website refresh.
So I'm gonna say a hybrid event. I'm gonna say like what we saw last year, where it's not just gonna be a press release. It's gonna be a bigger fanfare and marketing push than a press release. But I think knowing what we know in the past 5 minutes, I think Apple would invite media like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Do you think they reached out to like media privately at all? Like,
well, Gurman knows.
Well, Gurman, he doesn't count. They don't reach out to him that way, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a little confusing. If it is M3, the other thing is, you got to change that angle, blood.
Yeah.
You got to change that angle.
You're welcome.
The other thing is, what if they just put the M2 Pro in the new 24-inch iMac?
Oh, I didn't mean to hit the mic. The problem with that is they've been going like a couple minutes without refreshing the iMac.
Yeah, over 900 days.
So if they do that, if they do that, and then we're another 900 days away from another refresh, I feel like that's too long. I feel like, I feel like they got to put M3 in there.
Yeah, my vote is going to be on the hybrid event thing that we saw. I mean, let's continue with what Gurman says. He says back to the iMac.
I would side with Sam. I would side there, hybrid event, or the quick in and out 1 hour thing.
Yeah,
just live.
But they would have to do. They would have to do more than an iMac for an hour. iMac would be 20 minutes.
Well, they could also talk about the MacBook Pros.
I mean, that's crazy. Forever. That's crazy. Gurman says that a larger iMac is still coming, but yeah, I mean, he basically just says...
No, I give up. I give up on that. I have been waiting for the larger iMac since the 24-inch came out, and then I gave up when the Mac Studio was introduced, and we knew that was a thing. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I mean, save this clip for when I buy it when they announce it, but, I'm over it for now.
He's over it for now.
So I don't know, dude. I really, really, really do love the new iMacs. I just wish, I edited on that 24-inch iMac for a year, and because I was waiting for the big one, unfortunately. But they're really pretty machines.
I will say though,
go ahead.
The Mac Studio,
it's the best. It's untouchable. The best
it
Mac.
It is the Mac for
the
creators.
best Mac
Whether you get
in
the
the best
M2
form
Max
factor.
It's great.
I love the Mac Studio. Best computer I've ever owned.
Yeah, the M2,
every new Mac Studio that ever comes out.
The M2 Ultra version is a screamer. It is really good.
It literally sits on the desk and screams. It goes, ah! Like that.
Well, actually, it doesn't because it's actually more silent than the first one. It's like a silent screamer.
It goes, ah! Like that.
but like really fast.
Yeah.
That's what it does whenever I'm exporting.
People are going to clip this. We made a mistake.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Okay, you want to talk about this fucking pencil?
Yeah.
Because last week on our illustrious Genius Bar episode, we talked about new Apple products coming out, new iPads, because that was the rumor. But like an hour before we started recording, and Sam caught it during the recording towards the beginning of the show, he said, breaking news. There was a leak that came out on Weibo or something that claimed that it was actually going to be an Apple Pencil and that's it. Like only an Apple Pencil instead of iPads. And Sam and I are like, no way. There's got to be more than that. Like,
Mhm.
if you're going to launch new Apple Pencil, it just makes sense to launch it with a new iPad or two. But
True.
actually, no. On Tuesday, we got literally just a pencil. Nothing
And
else.
a
And the
bad
pencil isn't even good.
Yeah. It was the pencil that was supposed to come out with the iPad 10 last year
Dude,
that
it
did
is
it.
so, like, it doesn't make any sense. The product doesn't make sense. The page doesn't make sense. The graphics on the page don't make sense.
Dude, when I scrolled through this press release, okay, let's just start with what's cool. The slide out USB-C is slick. That's cool.
Yeah, sure, slick.
That's cool. I like it.
I
And
like
then I
it.
get to the graph.
Dude, this
What
looks
the
like a
fuck is
fucking.
this?
This looks like one of those graphs on like an Amazon page for a $20 product.
Like, when you need a graph, dude, if Steve Jobs saw this,
Yeah, he would. It would give him cancer more. It would kill him faster. It would give him cancer everywhere and fast. I have a question, Sam, just to
Yeah.
see if we're on the same page.
Mhm.
Well, it's not really a question. I'm going to make a statement and see if you agree.
Okay.
This is malarkey. Apple Pencil should be one product, just one pencil.
So agree with a slight addendum.
Go ahead.
That
What's your
I-
addendum?
I would be open to Apple doing a Apple Pencil and Apple Pencil,
Pencil
Pro. Like, make a cheap one, make a $79 version, and then make one that's got the pressure sensitivity and everything else. But
I don't think that. I feel like because there are cheaper, and this is kind of probably why this happened. Like, this is probably a shot at like Logitech. You know, they have a pencil too that
a crayon, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. There are cheaper, less feature-rich pencils or styluses, whatever you want to call them, on Amazon or anywhere else that you can buy. They do a little bit less. They have some drawbacks like no pressure sensitivity, stuff like that. That's really common with the third-party stuff. And those are way more affordable. And like, if all you're trying to do is like write, then those are good.
Yeah.
But for the Apple Pencil, even the name, like, it shouldn't be Apple Pencil 1, 2, second generation, third generation, USB-C, whatever the hell. It should just be, I want an Apple Pencil, and you know exactly what that is because there's only one. Update it, give us a new one every 3-4 years, however often you want to update it, but there should just be one Apple Pencil. Like, it is so goofy that we have so many of them. Why are we still selling the first generation Apple Pencil?
Exactly. That came out. Do you know when that came out, by the way?
Like,
you didn't watch my
10
video.
years ago.
Came out in 2015 with the original iPad Pro. It was announced.
So 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That's a long fucking time ago.
No updates, and they're still selling
it. Looks like
same price as 8 years ago.
Compared to the new one, it looks bad. Like, it looks cheap.
Yeah.
It doesn't look. It's just not. Apple, drop that fucking pencil. Drop the first one and the new one. Just sell that second gen pencil and then wait until you have something worth our goddamn time before you're like, hey, here's a new one.
Dude, a press release and a briefing with members of the media, insane.
Dude, like,
I had like friends text me. They were like, like the day of the announcement, they were like, "What the fuck?" And then they were like, "I have a briefing for this," like, because they were like, "What?"
Yeah, for audio listeners, on the newsroom post where Apple announced this new pencil, there's quite literally a graph that displays all 3 gen pencils. I mean, I don't know if they're generational pencils, but all 3 Apple pencils, and it's like, okay, first one. Pixel Perfect Precision. All 3 of them have that. Low latency. All 3 of them have that. But as Sam mentioned in his video that apparently he thinks I didn't watch, Sam mentioned, like, what the fuck does that mean? What is... we are assuming that they all have the same latency because it just says they all have low latency. But I kind of highly doubt that, especially... There's got to be a discrepancy between that first one.
Yeah. I mean, 8 years old... I feel like they have probably improved it.
So what is low latency, Apple? Like, what's the threshold? Because I feel like the latency is definitely not all the same, but they all fall under Apple's idea of low latency, so they all get that. Tilt sensitivity,
Tilt's cool for
they all
shading.
have that. Pressure sensitivity, bro. This is
yeah, for an Apple Pencil to not have pressure sensitivity, insane.
Yeah, that's something that I would expect if I bought something for $30 third party on Amazon. There's no excuse for Apple. I don't care if it's cheaper. I don't care. It should have pressure sensitivity. You shouldn't cut that from. That's what I'm saying. Like, there are just certain products, and a lot of the product lines are kind of messy right now.
Yeah.
Some have started to get simplified. Like for a minute there, the MacBook lineup started to get real messy when they were just like, oh, here's a 12-inch MacBook, just MacBook. That's what it is. This is just one of those things where it's such a simple product. There should be actually only one of them, and it should just be. This is the new pencil. Don't sell the old one. Once you put out a new one, throw away the old ones. Only sell one. Hey, what do you have? Are you using the Logitech crayon? No, I have an Apple Pencil. And everyone knows what that is. It all does the same thing, but now it's all messy. The new one doesn't have pressure sensitivity, whereas the last two do. It's cheaper, yes, but that's just not a feature that I think you should cut. Like, okay, they all attach magnetically, right? But the new one and the first one, because the first one, it does not wirelessly charge on the side of the iPad. So even though the magnets are in there and it attaches to the side of the iPad, it won't charge it. That is just like, why are you doing that?
It's funny hearing you talk about it like this because there was actually an initial draft of the video that I refilmed some of because it got a little nasty.
Oh, were you big angry?
I got a little angry and I was like, you know what? I should try to be more fair.
Why didn't you put that out?
Because I didn't want it to sound like just an Apple hate fest. Because people,
we need that. That's the only thing that we can use to say Sam is fair.
Well, it wasn't. I didn't just do it because I didn't want it to be like, oh, I'm against Apple. I also did it because upon thinking more critically and editing the video, I was like, well, it is $50 cheaper than the second one.
No, dog.
So there has to be something gone.
Isn't it like shorter too? Isn't it shorter than the Apple Pencil 2?
Yeah. It doesn't have double tap. That's fine. That's something you don't need on that pencil. I do love the free engraving. That was hilarious to me. They're like, you can only engrave on the Apple Pencil 2.
Okay, let's rework this. Okay, we're sitting at Apple's marketing table in their meeting, and they're saying this nonsense. Mm-hmm. You and we have to pitch that they are wrong and that they should keep pressure sensitivity. What features do we tell them that can be removed?
All right, we're getting rid of the magnet. We're getting rid of Apple Pencil
if it's not
hover.
wirelessly charging, get rid of. I agree. Get rid of the magnet.
But it's like, if you look at the product's so simple, there's not really anything else to cut.
Yeah, get rid of the magnet. It's okay. Let me cut back to this fancy graph here.
Like, there's really the problem is they should. Here's what's going to happen.
I mean, this argument is silly because now that I'm seeing this graph, I'm getting like angry again. Because here I am trying to fit this, like, okay, what features should we get rid of? Completely forgetting that this shouldn't exist in the first place. We shouldn't even have to have this conversation. There should be one fucking Apple Pencil.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Listen, I know I'm not trying to sound like an asshole. I know that the Apple Pencil can get expensive, and I'm not saying that like everyone can afford that. But out of all Apple products, like, it's not that expensive, and if you're buying an iPad, if you're able to buy an iPad to use an Apple Pencil, I think you could swing another, what is it, $129? And you don't have to buy, even if you can't afford it right then and there, like, save up $129 for a single Apple Pencil. They should only sell one. I don't like them, like, this goes against what, this is just, I just don't. They do the same thing with the iPhone. It's really segmented currently with the SE.
So the thing is, if you're Apple, this actually makes perfect sense.
Go on.
It just doesn't make any sense to us or publicly because they released this product based off of the next Apple Pencil that's coming this March with the new iPads.
Yeah, this works in a vacuum.
Yes. So here's the thing. This attaches magnetically to the iPad 10.
Okay.
Okay, Apple didn't say that pencils attached magnetically to the iPad 10 last year because they didn't say that it worked with magnetic Apple Pencils. They said it worked with the first one. So this is sort of like a hidden thing that Apple obviously planned to put in the iPad 10. It arrived in the iPad 10 and then it doesn't charge. Now you might say, well, that's so stupid. If it charges on the other iPad, why doesn't it charge on this iPad? Well, if you look a little bit closer, let me get a real good zoom on this shit. If you look a little bit closer,
Wow, we couldn't be any closer.
that's a camera on the top of that iPad.
Uh-huh.
Camera hardware, we saw it in the x-rays that iFixit did, blocks the ability to charge because of the space it takes up.
Yeah.
Apple drops this USB-C pencil, right? With some features and not all. We haven't gotten a new Apple Pencil 2 since 2018. This pencil is going to look very similar to, I guarantee, a new Apple Pencil Pro that comes out in March. That's going to have even better latency, that might have new finishes and design, that's going to have those new magnetic tips.
You are committing to this. You're committing to this narrative of an Apple Pencil Pro.
Or just a higher end version of this USB-C design that also doesn't charge. They're going to remove charging on the next Pro Apple Pencil and a $129 version as well.
They're going to remove it?
Yes.
You think they could go backwards like that?
It's either they're going to remove it or they're going to change that the pencil no longer goes on the long side. It's going to go on the short side. It's going to be one of the two.
Make it a shorter pencil, maybe?
Yeah, and we've seen leaks of that.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. With my iPad mini leak, do you remember that? That didn't pan out?
Yeah, baby
with
Apple
my iPad
Pencil.
minis, yeah, there was a tiny Apple Pencil.
Would that be
that we assumed, that we assumed was for the tiny little iPad mini.
I'm going with this narrative, though, because it's clear that there's an Apple Pencil update coming. We've seen the magnetic tips. That's definitely a real leak. It's just not out. They're not going to do magnetic tips on a $79 pencil. It's going to be a Pro feature, multiple different tips and feels for the Pro Pencil or more expensive version. It's going to come out with the new iPad Pro. They're going to put the camera on the iPad Pro in the middle horizontally rather than the portrait side, which should have happened on the last iPad Pro, but they didn't for some reason. They're going to put the new camera on the landscape side of the iPad Air. That pencil's going to work with the iPad Air too. You see where I'm going with this? Like, it's all going to line up. Down. They just sort of have to like sit in this weird spot because, and I'm not defending Apple here. They did this to themselves. They put themselves in this mess.
This is a catastrophe.
Once now every iPad will have had USB-C for a year. Then they're going to discontinue the Apple Pencil 1 and it will just be kind of an Apple Pencil Pro because right now it just looks dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm sure marketing.
We did say that we're not expecting new iPads until March, right? We did say that?
Yeah. Gurman. I agree with that at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now we have a chart. We still sell the Apple Pencil 1. For some reason, the $79 pencil supports Apple Pencil Hover on an iPad Pro, as if the person that spent $800 on the iPad isn't going to spend the extra $50 on the pencil.
Yeah. Well, since we're talking about leaks, because we had pictures of those magnetic tips that leaked or whatever, shall we talk about the other leaked image that we got this week of the new HomePod?
This is pretty crazy. Look at this.
We're looking.
It's a HomePod with a cool new screen.
For audio listeners, looks like the HomePod 1, but with a screen on the top.
Well, HomePod 2 design. Because the HomePod 1 had that concave top. This is still a flat screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it goes in a little bit around the edges. I think it's kind of hard to see, but it's like a bit raised. So yeah, I mean, it's basically HomePod 2. We also have an image of like a new housing that looks kind of sick.
Okay.
Looks kind of like Darth Vader-esque.
Is that a woofer down at the bottom?
I think maybe actually. Yeah. And according to 9 to 5 Mac, this is an advanced stage prototype of they say that there's like messages.
Fuck, it's from 9 to 5 Mac. Shit.
Music. No. The image is from Kasutami.
Okay.
Our girl, I think. Yeah, Kasutami.
Okay.
And yeah, she shared this. Very cool. Love a leak. Kasutami, I believe, had a pretty good track record so far.
Man,
maybe they were also the person sharing the iMac cables. Can't exactly remember.
Oh my! They were one of them. They were
okay, so,
one of the color matching. But that's tough because like how would they know? They're
I
just
am a bit
guessing.
worried about Kasutami's leaking because I feel like there's a lot of personally revealing things in this image, including B1 written on the thing.
Yeah. There's
There's like, I don't know. I feel like
it's not
there's
going to
stuff
do
in
any
the
more
back.
damage if we point it out. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's like personal items in the back. that
There
like,
are
fully
things
from
in
an
these
employee.
images that if it were, I don't know, hypothetically, if that image had been sent to Sam and I, would not be published.
Yeah.
And be hidden. But, what can you
We
do?
would just recreate it in 3D. That's just the safest way to go about it.
So I
just
guess,
crop this out and erase. I don't know. But yeah, local test. They're testing a new screen. I mean, it would be kind of cool. My only thing is screen on top of HomePod. I feel like wouldn't be good to use, like a flat display.
Hang on, I got to cut to you so you can, yeah.
Like flat display. Like imagine this mic is the HomePod, right? Like to see the screen, you'd have to be like, rather than like a screen's angled like this, where you could stand up and then.
This is not the like HomePod with screen that everyone has been anticipating. This is not that one.
Yeah, because we're gonna get a HomePod Max.
Yeah, HomePod Max. Well,
just not yet.
Yeah, and it's I mean, I'm down. When do you see this releasing? April?
We just
March,
got the
April?
new one last January, so honestly, I would say later in the year. If
this year?
Next year, to be honest. No, like later in 24, even if not 25. I don't see this coming imminently, even though it is an advanced stage prototype, apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna say March, April next year.
Okay, I'm gonna say like next fall at the earliest myself,
Sam,
just because
I'm gonna
Apple
say March,
really
April
slow.
next year, and it's gonna work with Vision Pro. I'm gonna say they pitch. I'm gonna say they pitch making like a spatial environment and buy like 6 HomePods and put them around you.
I don't know. I'm gonna make a video on Vision Pro this week with all like the new info.
Oh, good. What are you gonna say about all the not anything new?
I'm gonna talk about that. It's probably I'm basically what I said on the pod how it's not coming in early, even though Apple keeps saying early 24. It's really still going to be April because did you see that the employee training got leaked by Gurman, where there's basically Apple is inviting. It was in the same newsletter. So basically, if we pull up Marky Boy again.
Grumpty Dumpty sat on a rumor.
Yeah, so basically, he just goes to say that there's this new training program that some employees are going to be invited to, where I'm trying to find it in here. So selected members of the team will travel and participate in an event in Cupertino, California at some point in the first months of 2024. So this is going to be for Apple retail employees. They can travel to Cupertino. They'll have a special little event, meet up with other people. And then they will get the training, and then they'll go back to their store and train everybody else on the Vision Pro. So with that same within the first months, those retail employees would have to be ready by launch. So I'm putting bets on March with Gurman saying iPads in March event. Apple says today we're talking about 2 pivotal products: the iPad, which changed the tablet industry, and Vision Pro, and a never before seen product, which I am still very excited for Vision Pro. I was using my Quest 3 again the other day, and I was like, man, if this was just like not $500 and $3,500, it would actually be good.
Wow, nobody says that, Sam. Man, if this was just more money.
But it would be better.
I know, but we sound like assholes.
I'm sorry.
I mean, we are, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, but not.
We are
sorry.
assholes. What are you holding? Why do you have a cable in your hand?
This is what I squeeze when I get angry.
What are you angry about currently?
It's one of my last remaining lightning cables.
Oh, dude, my life is ruined.
Why?
The lack of I said it in my not a review, but the having to get used to USB-C when not everything has transitioned to USB-C yet.
The only bad one is the AirPods Max, dude. I
don't want to talk about it. I do not.
No, it's actually bad. Once my AirPods Max. So I made a decision recently. So I had my 14 Pro to my daily driver last year. I bought an extra 14 throughout the year. And
Yeah.
then I had bought two 15 Pros. Like one was
Okay.
personal, one was like just for videos.
Yeah.
And I was going to sell the 15 because it's the newest one. And I'm like, I already have a 15. I'll just use an old phone as like the TikTok B-roll or like secondary phone I would need. And then I realized that means I'll have to charge one of those with Lightning. So I have literally decided to sell both my 14s and keep two 15s simply because I want USB-C only for everything.
Okay, we're still sounding like assholes. Not gonna lie.
What do you want me to say? Exactly. USB-C is the GOAT. Even though Lightning is more beautiful.
Oh my God.
I will stick by that.
Wait, what did you just fucking say?
Lightning is way more like attractive of a port. You're telling me if it's a late night,
it's a cable,
you've had a
right?
few drinks. Speaking of drinking, I think it's time for our next sponsor.
Let's face it. After a night of drinks, Sam, I don't bounce back the next day like I used to. I don't know if you know this, but I'm 30 now. Things don't work the way they're supposed to. I have to make a choice. I can either have a great night or a great next day. That is until I found today's sponsor, ZBiotics. I'm hitting there you go. Thank you very much.
Guys, this is what this is. All right, let me break this down for you. ZBiotics pre-alcohol probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. ZBiotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut, where you need it most. Just remember to drink ZBiotics before drinking alcohol, drink responsibly, and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow.
And because we like to believe in the sponsors that come on the show, we got to try stuff ourselves, right? For science. And the first time that I tried ZBiotics, it says here in the read, describe the occasion. I wish it was like a special occasion. I wish I wasn't saying I was just at my house and it was a normal like Wednesday night. But as instructed, I drank a bottle of ZBiotics before any alcohol. That's very important. So before you drink any alcohol, you drink a bottle of ZBiotics. And I woke up the next day and I was pretty amazed. I felt normal. And I can't say enough good things about it. Again, I wish I had a different special occasion other than just a Wednesday night at my house. But I can tell you that it works.
Yeah, man. Helps you feel like yourself, right?
It does, yeah. I feel if myself feels good, that's how I felt.
All right, guys. Hey, this Halloween, it's right around the corner. Pair your candy and cocktails with ZBiotics to avoid a spoopy next morning. It's spoopy season, guys. Go to ZBiotics.com/genius. Get 15% off your order when you use code GENIUS at checkout. You can also sign up for a subscription using my code so you can stay prepared.
Your code? What about my code?
Sorry, I got this part of the read, so it is mine, guys. Go to ZBiotics.com. They got a ZBiotics/genius. They're backed with a 100% money back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked. Just remember to head to ZBiotics.com/genius and use code GENIUS at checkout for 15% off. Guys, thank you to ZBiotics for sponsoring.
No. If you're listening, you should use my code, which happens to also be genius.
Yeah, but I said
ZBiotics.com/genius, 15% off your first order when you use my code GENIUS at checkout.
Or my code GENIUS. You could use my code GENIUS.
Okay, use mine. Okay, well, thank you, ZBiotics. Sam, I got to talk to you.
That was clean. Come on.
That was pretty clean. That was pretty clean.
Okay,
a couple nights of drinking. Hopefully you had your ZBiotics before the drinking.
Of course. And, let's just say there's a USB-C cable in the room. Mm-hmm. There's a Lightning cable in the room. Mm-hmm. And both are just stunning.
Okay.
You're saying you're not going to go home with Lightning?
I'm just saying
it's a prettier port.
USB-C is a port that's like open.
Yeah, I don't want it to be open. I want it to be not used, preferably.
No, but the like I could stick something in a USB-C port. Like like if it's really cold outside.
But
if it's really cold outside and my little guy is really
like aesthetically. Aesthetically,
Sam, I don't want to have this conversation.
Lightning is way thinner. It looks like it's a little bit healthier. And it's got some white dot lines on it. I don't know what that means, but it looks sick. It just looks cooler.
Didn't
Even
you
if
tweet
lightning
the
isn't
opposite
like-
though on your little shit posting thing on your Twitter website X? Didn't you
What?
say that USB-C is more attractive or something?
No, I said lightning's more attractive.
Oh,
Everybody
and
gets
then
mad.
that's when Quinn was like, "Bruh."
It's a cable.
Yeah, I just don't think you should be allowed on the internet sometimes. Like, no one should say that. No one. Why are we talking about which cable is more attractive? Which port? Sam, have you done things with lightning that we don't?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, I had to ask.
I don't want to talk about it.
The look on your face, you're remembering some moments. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm
The
sorry she hurt
atrocities.
you.
I can't go back. I can't go back.
Your beautiful girlfriend, Lightning.
Oh, that'd be kind of a sick name.
Lightning.
I'm gonna name my daughter that.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I would never give my daughter a cringe
Lightning
name
Kohl?
like that. Lightning.
No, you
That's actually
would.
kind of a sick
Dude,
name.
out of
Lightning
anyone
Kohl.
in the industry
Wait.
that would name their kid something that goofy, it would be you.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, okay, welcome home, HomePod.
Dude, did I ever tell you the time? I don't know if I told the story publicly.
This is little Kohl USB-C version, not Gen 2, just the USB-C
Did I ever
version.
tell you when I was at a baseball game and I made fun of somebody's name and then it didn't go well?
What do you mean it didn't go well? And why are you making fun of somebody's name? That is some bullying, Sam.
Dude, so
You're
I
not
was at a
supposed to do
St. Louis
that.
Cardinals game and
Okay.
they're playing just normal baseball and they do a
Okay.
cute thing where they let like a little kid be the announcer for the day. So you get to say the name.
Sam.
So, it'll be like, number 5, Albert Pujols.
I don't want to even be
And
on
it's
the
like the
screen
little
for
kid,
this.
right?
Hold
It's
on.
very cute, right? So everybody's like, oh, my heart. Oh. And there's a little kid that looked kind of like me, a little white kid. And they said his name, and I thought it was funny.
What was his name, Sam?
His name was Remington.
You made fun of the name Remington?
Because I'm like, so I'm sitting with my friends, one of my good friends and his wife. And I'm like, Remington, bro? Who would name their kid after a gun? So I was like, that's cringe. I was like, that's so cringe. And we're kind of going on there like, yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah,
That would
his
be like-
name is cringe.
That'd be a weird thing.
Not you.
And dude,
Oh, no. It gets worse than this?
there's a mom and a husband in front of me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
And out of this 50,000 person stadium,
No.
she goes,
Ugh.
my son's name is Remington.
Was it her son in the field, or she just also happens to have a son
And
with the
just
same
her
name?
also happened to be. But I'm like, what are the chances? So I look at her and I go, oh, and I thought she was joking.
No,
'Cause I'm like,
Sam!
who would say this?
Oh, you're terrible.
So I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. I just didn't know people name their
Do you
kids
have
after
any
guns.
social-
Still.
You thought that's just a thought that you had, right? You didn't say it to her face.
No,
You
that's
just thought it.
verbatim what I said.
No, you thought it, right? You didn't say it.
No, that's
you
exactly
wouldn't say that
word
to a
for word
mother's
what I
face.
said. And I was like, and she goes, and like turns around. I'm embarrassed, okay? Obviously,
I'm embarrassed, dude.
now.
How
She
long
did her
ago was this?
job.
How am I embarrassed?
And you
If
know,
that
I-
mother ever finds this podcast, then I look bad.
and I stand by it, frankly.
Sam!
Why are we naming it? Oh, my son Glock just turned 12.
That's not the same thing, I don't think. I
Remy?
think
Cute.
names have been around longer than guns. I think they named the gun after the name.
I'm just saying, if I was Glock Kohl, that would be a little cringe.
That goes pretty hard, dude.
That
I'm
does
not
kinda
gonna
go
lie.
hard. Would that be my rap name? Glock Kohl?
Glock
Wait,
Kohl.
That
That
is
goes pretty hard.
hard. Holy shit! Did we just? That's like Post Malone. He got his name because he just put like his name Post in a rap name. That was his last name. He put it in a rap name generator online, and that's how he got Post Malone. It came up.
Does
Maybe
Glock Prosser go as hard? I don't think it does.
Not as hard.
No.
Although I did see the other day, there's a Prosser Street in LA.
Is there really?
Yeah. PROSSER.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we live there?
No. I
Maybe
specifically
I'll park
avoided
my
it.
van there.
That is a real
Dude,
story, though.
so many
that
people have been so supportive of my van story in the comments from last week's
really.
episode.
Oh, I forgot to read the comments again.
Oh,
Were they
did you
mad at me last week?
forget?
Were they
Did you
mad last
forget
week?
again?
Did
Yeah,
Did I do anything?
they're always great.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they're always mad at you, and I was like,
No,
fair.
no one was mad at you. They were very supportive of my van. I'm not. Some people were worried that they're like, "We'll miss you, but do what you got to do." No, guys, I'm not leaving. It's just a small
He
little
just
fantasy.
wants to leave.
Yeah, it's just a small little fantasy. Some guys, they dream about threesomes, right? They dream about slamming 8 hookers in one night.
No,
I
that's
just want to
you,
live in a
bro.
van,
I
bro.
think that's just you. That's a very specific example.
No,
Aren't you
listen.
at your girlfriend's place, by guy?
Listen, hang on. What I said was some men fantasize about threesomes, hookers. Some men in this room right here that I'm pointing at, they fantasize about lightning cables at night. I fantasize about living in a van, all right, in the wilderness.
Have you ever had
I
a
don't think that's
secondhand
too bad.
embarrassment story like that? Like, have you ever had an embarrassing moment where you were in like a stadium and you just happened that the one
I told my
person-
U1 story last week
Oh yeah,
That's
but that's
pretty
only with one
terrible.
person. I'm talking about like,
in front of a lot of people.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I once said that there was going to be an Apple event on March 23rd to like a lot of people.
Oh,
And
that
I
takes
got
me
that
back.
wrong and had to shave my eyebrows in front of all of them. Yeah, I did do that.
I saw an episode of FPT the other day, and I was like, dude, I hated you when you made this.
Oh God, what is it?
It was which one? It was right. It was when you did your iPhone Fold leaks.
Oh fucking hell! There was a couple of those.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, I don't know if you did that on purpose. Foldable iPad leaks this week. Do we have?
Yeah, apparently it's happening.
Which, by the way, Sam and I have been on record for like years at this point saying that is, if Apple's going to fold anything, it should be an iPad. Foldable iPad makes sense. Foldable phones do not. Bad.
Ironically,
Apple bad.
I will say our track record for like the shit show that we put on, I actually think we probably have the best track record of any Apple podcast.
Can someone like go back and watch all the episodes and
like Mac Rumors show is great. We love Dan and Hartley, but you know they're not exactly.
And also, they had Luke Miani on this week, and like,
who has that guy on their show? I would never.
We haven't had him on like 4 or 5 times, 6 times maybe if you include
we didn't
the
do
event.
An event with him.
We didn't do a whole event with Luke Miani.
Let's skip over the event before I get in trouble.
Yeah, Luke. Next time you go on someone else's fucking floozy show, on Dan's show, you just remember they didn't ask you to do an event. They did not do an event with you. They didn't spend so many nights in an Airbnb. They didn't spend so many stressful dinners at Korean barbecue. We're all stressed, but we're eating real good. There was none of that. No.
I will say,
what do you
everything,
do? Have you FaceTime in?
Everything's good with Mac Rumors now. We patched our stuff up. We're all good.
Things have been Gucci with Dan forever.
No, I know Dan. I'm just saying people were like, maybe, we talked. I feel good about it now. I'm not sure how everyone at the organization feels, but I feel like it's a great organization. We now support both Mac Rumors and 9 to 5 Mac again on the show.
Nut.
Oh, that was supposed to be claps. Hold on. We love Mac Rumors here. We love Mac Rumors.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, foldable iPad will be cool. Still not sold on folding. Apple really has to do something special with this. Like,
oh
if
yeah,
it's
I'm not
just
like pumped
the
about
iPad folds.
iPad.
I'm gonna be like,
but
dude.
for the mass market, that can be literally only that could be it, and people are like, "Woo, yeah, folds now." I don't. Yeah, I'll say it. I can put this on the record. I don't want a foldable iPad. But all I'm saying is, if Apple's going to work in any folding direction, it should be for a tablet and not a phone. Mm-hmm. Making a tablet more portable makes sense. I don't want to talk about folding phones, dude. I'm going to have an aneurysm. I don't you guys know where Sam and I stand. We both agree folding phones, stupid, and won't matter in 5 years. So.
And I do feel tech creators are doing a disservice by promoting them in the way that they do. Because they're not very optimized at the end of the day. And
Yeah, I
even if
agree.
they are cool, every time a new one comes out, I see a bunch of tech creators being like, oh, look, full phone, cool. And I just feel like ultimately, if you keep doing that enough, which is what the companies want, you're going to convince somebody that doesn't have that much money to spend $1,500 and they save up for this phone and they're going to get it and be like, wait, all my favorite creators said it was cool. Guys, your favorite tech creator that loves a new folding phone also has the privilege of having 7 other phones that they don't use full time. And I do see it every the OnePlus phone, the Google Pixel, everybody that was like Pixel Fold's great. Now nobody talks about it. Remember when everybody's like, this is the foldable you should buy. And now we don't hear a word. And a lot of the creators I've talked to one-on-one are like, yeah, I don't use the Pixel anymore. The OnePlus is way better. And it's just like, well, what about all the people that bought that phone that you were like making so much content about?
Yeah.
I just feel like there's a responsibility to be authentic, but also like, I don't know. I just don't. The reason I'm so anti-folding phone is not just because like I'm an Apple stan. It's really just because if you have $800, the most reliable and good experience that the market in the world has to offer is an iPhone. That is going to be the best phone for most people. And
that's not just us saying that. There are statistics backing that up. It is the most sold unit of phone for a reason.
But like also, yes, and it's only in the US, and yes, in different countries the market does change. But a lot of times in different markets, like for example, in India, they're generally spending less on every
that's the thing.
Phone.
Like I think
going with Android because it's more affordable. I get it.
I think what the statistics say is for $800, for $1,000, the best phone that money can buy is an iPhone. If you don't have that money, the SE is an option, but also Android is ripe with so many different options in your price ranges, and I think that I'm happy for you. I'm happy that people have choices. I mean, I'm not Sam. I'm not mad at you if you buy an Android phone.
No, and I'm not actually mad if you buy an Android. I've come to a new sense of myself. Seeing all these folding phones and seeing how bad they are has made Android look pretty good. So if you actually buy an Android, I think that's cool, man.
What? All the folding Android phones that you hate have made Android look good? What?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense what you said.
Because I'm like, at least I don't know, you buy the set Galaxy S23, it's fine. It's not good, but it's fine. Like if you only have a couple $100, get like a cheaper
Sam, I'm
FE
put you
or
on.
something.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay, just like at the event.
Yeah,
remember when you did that?
Yeah, I did. I had Android users come up, all 4 of them.
That's crazy.
And one of them worked for you, so it's like not, Anyway, iPhone's not an option for a year. You have to have an Android phone. Are you swaying Pixel? Are you more of a Samsung guy? You want OnePlus? What about a little bit of nothing? Your boy Carl.
Can we get Carl on the show?
I can message him and ask, and if he knows about you and what you said, he'll probably say no. But it's
why do you have to say that part? Okay, I'm a new man. I want to hear Carl out for the vision of nothing. I want to have him on the show. I want him to come on the Apple podcast and tell us why we should switch to nothing. So please reach out.
But you didn't answer my question.
I mean, honest to God, if I had to switch right now,
you do.
I would pocket pick the Pixel 8 Pro.
Same. Okay, we agree. Are we the same person? Did we just become best friends?
I thought we'd been best friends, but I mean, hey,
I thought it just happened just now.
I mean, the problem is when I say the Pixel Pro, just apps in general on Android don't work particularly well.
Mm-hmm.
The software updates are very hit or miss. I guess it'd be better with the Pixel, and with Google promising more software updates. But like, I'm just thinking about shooting video. Like, I would literally, I would have to buy like a second camera or something to shoot video because like a lot of times I'll just shoot like a quick shot with my iPhone because it looks so good. But Pixel video is just not it. The photos, I actually haven't looked at the Pixel 8 that closely. I'm not sure if it's better than the 15 Pro because the 15 Pro's camera is almost perfect now. It's really good.
The Pixel, it's interesting, but also makes complete sense for them. This year they're leaning way far into AI.
Yeah.
And some of the AI stuff they're doing with pictures on the Pixel is, I mean, it's been insane, but this year specifically is nuts. Like nuts.
And here's the thing, that's smart. That's what I want Android to do, is lean into things that they can be good at instead of just trying to be the iPhone. And I think that's part of my problem with Nothing is I feel like
that's like that's a selling point. Like the fact that whether you agree with AI and how it alters things, that's up for you to decide. But I really respect that they have leaned into AI. I think that, and I watched an interview that Sundar did soon after they announced the Pixel, and he was talking about AI stuff, and he was mentioning, that's why they started making their own chips with Tensor and stuff, because they sort of saw the writing on the wall and they wanted to focus more on AI. And I really respect that. I like that they're trying to carve their own path. It's very googly, still, but I don't really have anything against the AI features. I think it's a cool. I think it's a cool thing to lean into, and I agree. I would go with the Pixel 8 Pro.
Yeah, but that would be rough.
It would.
Like if I actually had to use a Pixel 8 Pro for a year, that would be like I feel like I'd be willing to pay $1,000 a month to just use an iPhone.
Sam.
I'm not even kidding. Just to have the experience and the consistency. Because, like, I use AirDrop 3 times a day.
On what?
My iPhone to my Mac. I'm constantly taking photos for social.
No, I know what AirDrop
video.
does. I meant for what?
For video. What do you...
Like for YouTube videos?
Yeah, for like Twitter social content or X social content. Sorry, I misspoke there. Elon.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad. Do you see that Elon's now bullying the founder of Wikipedia?
No.
He's like, you do this fund every year. Wonder where all that money's going. And he got community noted instantly. And apparently Wikipedia only makes like 11 million a year in profit out of like 240 million of expenses. So that's very small compared to expenses. If you know anything about business, they're not like, Elon is such a scoundrel. His fall from grace is unmatched, and I follow him because I have an interest in electric cars.
But that's the thing. I don't know how he felt. He didn't change. Like nothing. It was just people get to see him more now because he's.
No, he used to be more chill, man. He used to be funny
because he didn't talk every fucking hour and expose what an idiot he is. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
You know what I'd rather do than this? I'd rather just eat a pre-portioned meal. And that's why we're going to go to our last sponsor of the day.
Slurp, slurp, munch, munch. You know what time it is. It's time for HelloFresh!
Yay, HelloFresh!
John, are you a munch?
I am a munch, yes. I do like to munch.
Because you are, a crazy schedule can make it easy to fall back into your dinner time recipe rut. And if he knows one thing, it's about rutting. Keep mealtime exciting with over 40 recipes to choose from every week, so there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh. John, I could continue to read these points just like they're written, or I could just tell you that this meal plan has saved my life on multiple occasions.
I can back that up. Has actually saved his life. He was close to death. And man, HelloFresh came in.
Nothing is worse than craving food the entire day, right? Like you're so excited for like these juicy burgers, right? Or some sliders or something. And then you realize you forgot that one ingredient. Just that one, like the mayo or something that's just like essential that you're like, I don't even want it. Guys, with HelloFresh, they give you farm fresh stuff that is exactly what you need, the correct amount.
The problem with that, though, is when we say farm fresh, it sounds like just a fancy marketing thing, but that's not. Out of everything from trying HelloFresh to convenience, all this other stuff. Bro, it tastes. The vegetables from, and I'm not a crazy vegetable person, but the vegetables that they send with HelloFresh, it is like some farmer, there was no FedEx, no UPS, they didn't mail that. Some farmer rode his bicycle or his farmer tractor and hand delivered it at my door with fresh vegetables. It is insane.
Like. It's so good, guys. No, I mean they've been one of our longest sponsors. Like, I'm serious. They they get me to cook, and that's saying a lot. So go to
Saying a lot.
HelloFresh.com/50GeniusBar and use code 50GeniusBar for 50% off plus free shipping, guys. That is HelloFresh.com/50GeniusBar and use code 50GeniusBar for 50% off plus free shipping, guys. It's America's #1 meal kit. That's just the truth. That is just
the truth. And he's telling the truth too, because the second we are away from HelloFresh, like when Sam and I are traveling and we are in an Airbnb together, the first thing that happens every time is a hard left turn right into fast foodville. So the second Sam is away from HelloFresh, everything falls apart. Thank you, HelloFresh, for saving my best friend, for saving me, and for feeding us. Go to HelloFresh.com/50GeniusBar and use my code 50GeniusBar for 50% off.
Use my code 50GeniusBar.
Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this episode of the Genius Bar. Okay, welcome back.
I feel like did you see that X/Twitter is testing do you hear the
sirens are here? Yep.
Did you see that Elon on X is doing a test that to sign up for an account, you have to pay $1 a year?
Yep. Oh, it's funny. They said, they have to do that for the bots and stuff. It's funny because I thought we already did a thing for the bots. I thought that Elon's genius plan to solve the bot problem that was so prolific on Twitter was to let people buy verification badge. That'll fix the whole thing. But now the bots are verified and the badges mean nothing now. You can buy a gold one. You can buy a blue one. They mean actually nothing. And now that means nothing and Twitter is even messier, now the plan is to, since that worked so well, we are just going to charge $1. And I wouldn't shit on this so bad if this was the first plan. If this was like...
yeah, verification stayed the same as it had been.
Yeah, like he acquires it, and then a month later they're like, okay, as promised, to fight the bots, here's my solution. But this wasn't his solution. This is just another solution because the first solution doesn't work because he's a fucking moron.
The problem is bots will pay the $8.
And they will most certainly pay $1 a year.
Like,
are they?
Okay.
Are
it's time
they
to talk
stupid?
About this. We've been quiet for too long. Let me just show you an example of the bot problem on Twitter.
Apple.
Mark Gurman on X.
Or Apple. Why did I say Apple? Wow, I tried to say Sam and Apple came out. That's how bad your fanboyism has gotten.
Where did it go? There was a new icon I'd never seen before that said hidden replies.
Sam?
Maybe it's down here.
Do you think Elon knows that bots aren't actually robots? Like, do you think he knows that real people make the bots and real people will pay $1 and then run the bot?
Oh, look, here's iJustine. That's awesome. I don't know. I don't know if he's there yet.
Like, do you think does he think that robots are making these accounts? And the robots just, when money's involved, they're like, oh, I don't have money because I'm a robot. I guess I won't do that then. Damn, you got me, Elon. Does he not know that real people make the bots and real people will pay for a verification badge and then run the bot and real people will pay $1 a year and then run the bot?
I'm trying to find, there's this prolific tech bot that's on like everybody. I'm sure I can go to my own post. Let's see.
What is the bot?
I'm trying to find it. Like, she's always in my replies.
She? The bot is a she?
Yeah. God, wait, I need to go to a tweet that, like, I don't know. They're just always everywhere. I don't know. I don't know how to get to it, but it's going to be under hidden replies because it knows that. That's the thing. Twitter knows that it's spam. Like, why don't you just block it? I'm just trying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, a lot of my DMs now are just verified bots.
Here we go. Sammy, free OF 18+. Would you hit it?
That is not verified, Sam.
Oh,
that's just a blue heart.
It's just a blue heart.
You fell for their dirty bot trick.
Let me dirty. I can't even read. I literally can't even read this. Oh, Rosie's the one. Can we get a shout out to Rosie, 18 plus?
Hey, Rosie with a peach. She's got a peach emoji in her name because peach for butt.
You
Content
bored?
warning for nudity.
And I cannot hit that show button or we will lose the podcast. Let's see what Rosie's bio is. Just a single college nurse that loves to play with her candy. Bored and hungry for new meat. So I'm open to content collabs and making you water emoji.
Guys are so silly. Guys are so silly. These accounts, I want to make fun of these accounts, but I can't because guys eat this shit up and they fall for it all the time. It's because we are dumb.
A real person has ever been like,
dude, silly men are silly and they fall for this all the time. I bet there's 300 real men talking to this, what they think is a real person all the time and giving her
Rosie
money.
Is under every one of my Zeets, and I'd like you to go.
Zeets.
Please go away. Oh, I can
Thanks,
hide.
Rosie. Should we invite her on the show?
If you hide the reply, there's now like a new section of the post. It's like, here are the hidden replies. Because I saw Gurman hid one of those bots. I think Rosie was under his comments too. I mean, man's married. Can't be having Rosie in your Zeet comments if you're married.
Cannot.
Basically, that bot problem, by the way, has only gotten worse since it became X.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So I'm just confused.
Well, it's because everyone took it as a challenge, dude. When he's like, oh, I'm taking over, I'm getting rid of the bots. The bots said, fucking go ahead and try.
Genuinely, I feel like the bots weren't that bad when it was Twitter. There were some.
Because now there's a spotlight on the bots because he made it a bot problem. That was like his whole reasoning for changing how verification worked. That's his whole reasoning for a lot of things on Twitter. The bots. We got to fix the bots. There's too many bots.
I'm a little scared with this new test because I'm also like, wait, if you're charging people $1 to you, even if it's $1 a year, right? There's a lot of peripheral people on. Okay, so it's $1 to post. I think you can read only for free still, but $1 if you want to like post content. But that's confusing. Okay. And I'm just thinking about people like my mom who just hops on Twitter like casually. She's not going to pay $1 a year for that, and those are going to be ad impressions if you're struggling with ads. Shouldn't you make it more free? Like if you're struggling, advertisers come back. Why would you charge someone to then see ads on an already struggling platform? Dude, I wish I could just sit down with him and just be like,
"How are you feeling, Sam? I'm feeling struggly."
Like, I just want to sit down with him and be like, "Can we talk through this?" And him to be like,
I don't want to talk to that man ever in my life.
I'm just trying to recoup my 43 billion. I'm trying to recoup my 43 billion that I spent. Sorry. I'm just trying to recoup it.
Yeah. Do you see whatever her name is? The CEO doesn't have
Linda Yaccarino.
Yeah, she doesn't have. She has Facebook on her like homepage on her phone, but not X.
This poor woman, dude. Did you see the interview with her? Did you watch that interview?
Absolutely not. I didn't.
It was pretty bad. So The Verge.
Why would I ever do that?
The Verge did a great interview where they had Linda Yaccarino. Oh, yes. God.
Oh, God, it's so loud, Sam. Oh, God.
Why can't I mute anything? Sorry. So they had a really good interview with this. I can't remember what the host name is, but she was really good at asking questions.
Okay.
This is at the Verge Recode Code Conference. Also, this was the first embarrassing that happened. Linda's like, "Where do I sit?" Like she look at the shot. Look at the shot. So when she comes on out, sorry, I thought it wasn't playing. Like she is standing by that chair, and she's like, "Am I sitting here?" Or?
No.
She comes on out. She's super smug. They're literally like, "What do you think about Elon charging users $1 or nominal fee to join?"
Does she have her own answers like written down on that paper?
She has some random stats that are like made up. And basically she's like, "Why would we charge? That wouldn't make sense." And they're like, "Well, that's what Elon said." And she's like, she like found out on the spot that that's the plan for her platform.
Yeah,
it's very weird. And then she's claiming that like 80% of advertisers came back, but that's still embarrassing that some even left.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Yeah.
I also don't believe it because do you remember the time it was just like dick pills? It was just like Viagra and like Blue Chew and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That was the only advertiser.
Yeah. Hey, Blue Chew, though, we got a good show if you want to
come back. They were a previous sponsor.
Yeah, they were.
My point being, it's just funny that when all the advertisers leave, there's one that will remain, and it's men.
Except for Genius Bar, they left us.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because all the men on Genius Bar, hard as a rock. All of them. I'm hard right now, Sam.
Okay, well, that would explain.
How do you think I'm holding this microphone up?
Bro, you got to stop. My mom watches this. You got to stop.
Not this late into the show. We're an hour and.
Yeah, I can tell you right now. She's typing at her work and she's going, "Oh, you guys." That's what she's doing at her desk.
No,
right now.
I don't think so. She shouldn't. There should be like a portion of the show towards the end where everyone's mom tunes out, mine included. She's been tuned out for many years.
Quite some time. Mrs. Foster has been tuned out.
Should we take this opportunity to run the Trust and Will ad again? So instead of grieving like you're supposed to, like a normal 14-year-old kid is supposed to, you have to try to figure out how to pay for a funeral, pay for a casket. Do you know how much caskets cost? Too much! That'd
be really funny when you read it twice. In the editing, you should like actually play the first 2 seconds and then like... I'm trying to find a really cool picture.
Okay, of what?
Of the best iPhone 15 feature, which is an iPhone 14 feature, which I think was an iPhone 13 and 13 feature too.
Go ahead. Do you have it?
Yeah, hold on.
Because I have something to say after that.
Okay. There's one reason you should buy an iPhone 15 Pro, and that is for the ultra-wide camera. That's my dog. Well, that's my parents' dog.
That's my dog.
Her name is Winnie, and she's very cute.
She's
very sweet.
Cute.
But I like to take little pictures of her with the ultra-wide because it makes her little snout look really funny.
Yeah.
Like, look at Dad! Look at the little head!
Speaking of...
like, how could you not love that?
Speaking of iPhone
She's
15
the best.
features,
I love animals.
Sam. What? I'm kind of...
Did Django die?
No.
No.
He's not dead.
You scared me transitioning off of the cute picture.
Speaking of iPhone 15 features.
Oh, I thought you said speaking of
pets. Speaking of iPhone 15 features, Django's dead. No.
I mean, you've been gone.
I'm kind of over...
Wait a second.
He's literally fine. I watch him on cameras every day. I have robots. Don't worry. The bots on Twitter, they're at my house.
Can somebody do a wellness check on Django, please?
Okay. Don't do that because somebody will. Okay. I am over the action button. Like, don't care for it at all.
Action button's mid.
I have my camera mapped to it, and half the time when I hit it, my camera just opens up to blackness and isn't actually ready to take a picture. So
I have moved it onto my flashlight like a boomer because I find myself at times in my house needing.
Does that make it any better? But like you could just long press on the thing on the side of the thing.
What'd you say, honey?
You can just long press on the flashlight button in the bottom left on your home screen. That's always on and always there.
Yeah, but
why do you need a button for that now?
Is the screen on? No. Now, why isn't it working? It's
exactly. Get fucked.
Now. You're right. The action button is just.
I'm over it, dude. I thought it was cool, but I'm over it. I want my mute switch
better.
back.
It's better than the Switch.
You are wrong. You are violently wrong.
You literally have more options.
No, the options don't matter. I don't care about my options. It is a goofy little button.
Move it back to
silent.
No,
get rid of it. I want my mute switch back. Bring it back, Apple. Bring it back or else.
What do you... They're not doing that, first of all.
Or else.
Third of all, it's not worse. It's just the same.
It's worse. No, it's not the same.
You're literally like, sometimes I open the camera. How is that worse functionality? Exactly.
Because I use the mute switch, not sometimes, all the time. I knew what
Well,
it
then
did.
remap it
was
to the
predictable,
silent if you
and
want
it
it to be the
was
same.
and it was more reliable. It wasn't just a little but. It was just click, and it
not
does
less
it only does.
reliable.
Yes, it is. I just watched you on the fucking podcast on camera.
Because I was hitting
everybody
other
pressed
buttons.
the button, and it didn't
I
open.
almost called you a name.
What were you
Look.
gonna call me, Remington?
Yeah. Here, let's turn off my actual light. Look, can you do this when your electricity goes off, John?
I'll just press the flashlight button. Oh, is it not working again?
It literally is.
Shine it from under your face. Well, that's terrifying.
What are you going to be for Halloween? Do you know?
No idea.
I'm very
Right now, I'm
excited
dressed
for
like a Thanksgiving table.
You really are. Are you doing okay, buddy? Because you've been
Yeah,
real
I'm okay.
quiet lately. I haven't been hearing from you.
This is that Ohio drip.
I mean, you've been gone for what, a month now?
Sam, it's been 2 weeks. This many.
This is the third episode of you.
Yes,
not being home.
because I got here on like Genius Bar Day, or like we recorded on a Thursday upon my arrival.
Yeah, but so we in the Walmart.
What?
You trying to riz me up, big dog?
I'm always trying to riz you up, honey.
All right. Well,
should we leave?
I think we have to go.
Okay. On that note, wow, I was getting kind of the tension was building in here. We gotta go.
This is a fun one.
It was fun. I don't have pants on. My battery on my MacBook's dying.
Here's what it comes down to, John.
What does it come down to, Sam?
I miss you. I feel like we haven't gotten to talk as much lately. And like, I realize every time I talk to you, I'm like, John really is one of my best buds.
Wait, is it because I've been gone? Distance makes
I
the
just
heart grow fonder?
Yeah, and I'm just like, I want to move. I want to be in LA with you.
Let's
Like,
go!
Yeah, I'm just like, I just miss you, bud. I want to go for like runs with you and stuff.
Then.
I want to go runs with you. I want to work out. I want to be your buddy.
I gotta leave more often, so you'll miss me more.
That's manipulative and evil.
But the tension.
But it's also what brings you back to the Genius Bar. Guys, thank you for another great episode.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We will see you next week. Don't do drugs. Stay away from them. If someone offers them to you, say no. And buy HelloFresh, and buy TrustandWill, and who was the other one? ZBiotics! Go buy your ZBiotics. Go buy your HelloFresh. Go buy your TrustandWill. Sponsors getting a lot of love on this episode.
Yeah, they are.
They didn't pay us any extra, but they should at this point. We're just giving a bunch of free stuff now. But if you support our sponsors, you support us. And if you support us, we will love you long time.
Also, the natural titanium iPhone 15 is the best. I still kind of wish I had white. I kind of wish I had white.
Nope, stop saying those things.
Oh, it is.
Stop saying those things.
This is a great color. The gray.
It's the best color.
They outdid themselves by underdoing themselves.
They overdid them. They what? They overdid themselves.
Are we gonna have
themselves?
I guess by the next time we record, Apple invites would either be out or we'll just like be closer.
Well, theoretically, invites will be dropping a couple days
if there's an event
in the next couple days. If there's an event at the end of the month, like Dumpty has claimed, I want everyone to call Mark Gurman Dumpty. I'm not saying that you should go under his tweets and call him that. That is bullying and harassment. We should not do that. But privately, in your own head, anytime you see a picture of him, you should say, wow, look, it's Dumpty. And that way, everybody wins. We're not bullying Mark Gurman. We're not harassing him. And you win because you get to chuckle in your head a little bit. Okay, Sam has left us. On that note...
No, I'm trying to check. I'm second guessing. I feel like somebody did say there was going to be an event. But now I'm like, is there?
We'll see you next week and we'll know the answer.
All right, we'll see you then. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. We did it! All right!
Oh,
fuck! I'm still recording. I'm going to keep it in there. Yeah, it's in the show. No, it's not. Fucking Sam, what an absolute buffoon. Look at this man. Look at this. This is how I'm ending the episode. Wow, you did great job, Sam.
This look like my arm?
Yup, nope.
How are you doing?
Okay, goodbye, everybody. Have a great week. Try not to have nightmares of what's on your screen.
Oh.